Steve, what do you like so far about the way the tight end room's coming together?
Really pleased with how those guys are progressing. You know, it's good to have Mason back. He had an injury late in the last year and he's recovered really well. So those guys are doing a good job. There's good competition going on, and I'm pleased with how these guys are progressing.
One of the guys that we kind of got to know in terms of how good he could be is Taimani in spring. How's he continued that into fall, and ultimately what he could bring to the table for the season?
Yeah, Ty's done a really good job coming in early. I think that's really helped him in here in January, and he's done a lot of good things. There's still a lot of things he needs to work on, but he's a guy that's definitely learning from the older guys, and he has a lot of qualities in himself that I think a lot of guys can learn from, which is being a young guy and learning fast, being a sponge. So I'm excited to get him on the field and see what he does.
You've got a really deep and athletic tight end here to work with that can really factor into this offense. How do you see incorporating the tight end passing game with the receivers that have a lot of talent out there too?
I think the biggest thing about having tight ends is that they can do a lot of things, block and pass or route running. So if you have guys that are talented and athletic, I think we can use them in a lot of different ways. And I think Coach Somerville has a great plan for them. And certainly those guys that have taken it to heart, and the more plays they make out there, the more they'll be on the field. And I'm truly confident that's what you guys will see.
A lot of tight ends that are athletic, that are pass catching guys, aren't very physical. How physical is this group?
This is probably one of the most physical groups I've been a part of. I've been a part of some good tight end rooms, and I'm really pleased with the mindset that these guys have put into this thing, like understanding that they're not just one or the other, but they have to do both. The tight end position has evolved over the years to guys that can do both, and so I think they've taken that and they've taken that to heart.
Dorian has been consistently challenged to improve his blocking. How would you assess how he's done in that department?
I think he's progressing well. I think he's doing really well. He responds to challenge well, and I think he's done a really good job of taking ownership of his weaknesses. That's something we talk about all the time. And improve your strengths, but work on your weaknesses daily. I think he's done a good job of attacking them.
What's kind of been the most fulfilling part personally of kind of taking command of your own room, so to speak?
I think the best part is building a relationship and having a different kind of approach to this than when I wasn't a position coach. I get to know these guys on a deeper level. They understand me on the relationships that we've had, and I get to understand them. They get to be around my family, and it's been great. Taking them essentially as like your family because you're with them all the time. So yeah, that's the best part.
With that deeper connection, how does that change your approach to coaching, or does it?
Like
knowing them better, do you get to take more individualized angles?
Absolutely.
What are the differences?
So when you have a really good relationship with somebody in coaching, you can coach them hard because they know that you care for them and you have their best interests at heart. Being able to run my own room, I get to see that daily because I have to challenge them. I'm somebody that has to challenge them. If they don't feel that, I don't think they will be able to change. So having that different type of approach allows me to dig in deeper with these guys for sure.
Right, you might not need to explain the why because they've seen the why, so you just get to say the thing.
So something that we talk about all the time is hear the message, not the tone. I can yell out there at them, but they kind of understand why I'm yelling at them. Right? I treat them like grown men, but they know when something needs to get done, you got to kind of emphasis a little bit more, and they understand that. They don't take it to heart, which is great.
What intrigues you most about the way you and Jordan have kind of collaborated together to see how your position group will get used on offense?
So me and Jordan have a relationship going back to Oregon. We started together there, and then he went off and did his thing at Tampa Bay, and I was at Oregon the last 4 years. And it's pretty cool to come back with somebody that you trust, and trust, because you've been in the trenches together. We started together as the analyst, and now we're getting to work together here at Cal and try to do this thing right. He's just like the players. I have trust and love for Jordan, and so when you have that, you can work together to build something great because the guy that you're working with, has your back, and I have his back.
Do you have some quick notes on what skill sets stand out about each of your top 4 or 5 guys?
Yeah, for sure. I think our athleticism is really high right now.
And individually,
Taimani is somebody who's I would say advanced for his age. He's somebody that's I haven't seen too many people like him. Mason is just his ability to take in information. He is somebody you can tell something he wants to, and he'll get it. Dorian and the other guys like Rico, all those guys are their playmaking abilities is really high. But also, what I love about everybody is that they're hard workers. They're not me guys. They're guys that want to pour into the room. They're not always going to get the football. They have to be the guys that are doing the hard and dirty work. So that's what I love about them.
What's that?
Thank you guys.